Don't hate. What happened to you? Don't hate. You ain't in the party no more? What happened? I'm in the party with Jack City and Mo.
I guess they still have to fix it. They fixed it from the beta to where remember we used to break up the party and we don't even they fixed that part, but it seems like every once in a while it'll still freeze at the 25-second ping. So you just gotta back out with the group and then keep I'll watch probably just the World Cup. I thought you just had that Brazil flag. Oh, that's the only time I watch it, and this was 11 minutes. Because every time I watch it, I'm like growing up, it was Brazil. It was going to be,
Yo, man, get y'all asses over here to Bravo. Shit. What the fuck is y'all doing? Bruh, take a ball hit during the game, not the start of a fucking match. The hell?
See how nigga leave you hanging, prop? Well?
Damn, man. Over here dying for no damn reason.
You're just hanging, man. So I can't get the Call of Duty.
Joy, you just don't want to be no killer, that's all. You're too much of a nice guy.
I want to be a nice guy. Oh, shit.
The loudest venue in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's go. Let's do it. Yellow. Hey, Ripley.
They begin with a run by Smith, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The tight end, Kelsey, was the intended target. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Strip that ball. 90 is a mic. It's our time. It's our time. Hey, 15. 90 is a mic. All day, baby. All day, baby. Motion.
From his end zone, Mahomes on 3rd and long. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's pile this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And he finds McLaurin. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Going up top. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Smith fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. 23.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Denzel Ward. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From the 39, Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Showing it. 15. Hey, rip list. 45 the block.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, and it's Pollard again. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on second down. Mayfield looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Sliding out of the pocket.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Grant. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Philip Lindsey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it here with Smith. And some space here. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 32-yard line. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Smith. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2. Motion. Hey, check motion.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Baker's kick here is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They go play action. Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Following the interception, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Mayfield with it once more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go?
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Todd Gurley. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Now we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Football. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Yellow.
A first down carry for Smith. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 38, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's fourth.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Attack!
They run. It's Kamara. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And this Browns defense stands tall. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Mayfield on play action. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
4-7's the mic, 4-7. Yellow. Let's put him on the buses. Let's go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
We're back now in KC. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Here we go, D.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The Chiefs on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing now is Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Hey, box drop.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to let it go deep, and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense are not set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
At the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Chris Jones on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Mayfield looks to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after try forthcoming. Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory